Hi everyone, the name is Erik, and today we're talking about INFJ empathy, and I'm making this video because there is a lot of fake news when it comes to INFJ empathy. A lot of articles online point out and describe INFJ empathy as something magical. My problem with this is we only use the word magic or supernatural when we don't understand something. So a lot of these articles are written out of a lack of understanding of how INFJ empathy really works. This can lead to a confusing or glorified idea about INFJ empathy. INFJ empathy is in fact nothing magical. It's not the shortcut that will always 100% tell you how other people are feeling, and it will not always tell you how you can properly influence and be a good influence in other people and their emotional lives and in their struggles as they go through life. INFJ empathy to me is something very simple. It is the ability to understand theoretically what another person might be feeling through speculative means, reflecting and introspecting on what people might be going through and what might have caused them to feel a certain way or to act a certain way. INFJ empathy is also being able to influence people's feelings by being able to speak to them in a way that shows consideration or care to their needs and values as you believe they have. So what INFJs do is they try their best to kind of gauge and understand what is it you are feeling, what is it you want, and how can I act and behave in order to support you in these things. Now, INFJs, they are people that tend to believe that their empathy is going to magically give them the ability to solve all their life problems. Especially INFJs with a hero complex have this issue of thinking that by learning to develop my empathy, by being able to become more empathetic, by showing empathy, I am going to save the world. And there is this naive notion that, yeah, I just have to be more empathetic. Whatever problems I'm facing in my life, I just need to understand even more. I need to think even more about what other people are going through, and I need to learn even better to understand and gauge their intentions and values. And of course, this is going to help you. It is going to make your life better. But what I want to warn against is there are many ways to make the world a better place. There are many things you can do to make a difference. Empathy is not the only tool you have in your life, and you should learn about the other personality types and their methods, and you should try to emulate their strategies to become more successful. Similarly, if you are not an INFJ and you're watching this video and you want to learn to be as empathetic as an INFJ, fear not, it is possible. You can learn to approach people's feelings the way an INFJ does, and you should want to learn this because it's a pretty cool skill. What INFJs do is they basically try to visualize what people feel and what they are doing, and often it can take the face of seeing people's emotions as energies, and it can be as reflecting on other people's lives and their stories, and it can be as of writing a book or writing a character in a story, to kind of thinking who is the character behind that person and what shapes their actions and decisions, and what is it that makes them who they are and what makes them tick. It is also kind of stepping into and going and trying to resolve the whole situation as a mediator or politician by thinking, okay, what can we do to coexist in harmony? Harmony is a good key word for INFJs, and it really is all about, that wanting to get people and you're spending a lot of time trying to get people. The problem with INFJ empathy is it's not the only way to connect with people and to understand their emotions. There is another way of doing it. You can actively go up to people and talk to them about their feelings. So if that's easier for you, that's what you should do. Try to go up to a person and ask them questions. How are you feeling? What's going on with you? What's happening? What are you doing? What are your struggles? What are your values? What is it you need? INFJ empathy is sometimes better than this strategy and sometimes worse. Sometimes it can lead to projecting your own feelings and needs to other people, thinking other people want the same thing you do, incorrectly assuming they want or think a certain way even though they don't. This can lead to villainization, like thinking other people might be psychopaths or thinking other people might be toxic, when in reality a lot of time they're just human, just like you. It can be that you falsely idealize people and that you make people out to be better than what they are, or it can be that you falsely make them out to be worse than what they are. So what INFJ should learn to do is back up your empathy with practical methods to get to know people. And what's the best way to do this? vulnerability. What INFJs need to work on is that of practicing having vulnerable and authentic dialogues with people about what you feel, and by doing that you can set the boundaries and you can set the option for other people to share what they are going through and what they feel. What INFJs need more than any other personality type is report from other people about their feelings and values and issues. INFJs need to hear and learn about these subjects more than anybody else. So as an INFJ, what you should be doing is you should be making connections, and you should be getting to know people, and you should be listening to people and actively paying attention to people in your life that you care about. So yeah, that was my video on INFJ empathy, and if you want to learn more about how to develop your empathy or how to become more empathetic, do check out my Patreon page, patreon.com/ErikThor, where I release podcasts and where I can post special articles where you can learn a lot more about the subject. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you all in the next video.